涙の色はエメラルドブル宝石みたいに光ってる
Welcome, magic friends! It's Krazyy Katana, and we have the new pre-release March of the Machine box from Wizards of the Coast. Who's excited about a new release, a new theme? Phyrexia does continue a little bit in this crazy battle of the multiverse, but hopefully soon to see a Phyrexia stuff linger out, die down a little bit, and looking forward to some other great releases to come this year. Just a quick preview, the pre-release pack contains 6 draft boosters, 1 traditional foil, rare or mythic, with a year stamp, 1 new mythic rare card, and traditional foil in about 18% of pre-release packs, spin down counter, and each booster has 15 randomly inserted game cards. So, per the box, on the side you will have the pull tab opening, so we will get this pack cracked. And I did skip out on the pre-release draft tonight so that I could share this box opening with you all, so I look forward to hopefully going to draft tomorrow. Inside you'll have a graphic here, every world, every hero, 1 last stand. I do like these little tokens here. They remind me a bit of the Kamigawa-esque colors, that nice blue and purple and pink in there. As well, there will be some counters and tokens on the little flaps, and they're double-sided, so at the bottom of the box as well you'll have some flying and stun that they've added for the tokens. Inside you have a beautifully packaged box and a nice graphic here on the back side. And I'm trying not to break the box, but it's okay. So it's, I don't know if you can tell, but it's got an extra seal here at the top flap. So I'm trying to be very careful in how I open this to not damage the box, but they have that added flap so it stays closed. So we will pull out all of the great contents. So excited to open this with you all. Box is empty. So first we have our spin down life counter, and we ended up with the black, gray speckled, and yellow number. So I think that there are probably a few variations on the dice, and you have the March of the Machine for your 20. That looks very close to the Phyrexia symbol, so if that looks similar, I think that is intended. Of course, you have information on how to build your pre-release deck and a poster showing some of the multiverse action going on. We have our separator, and I love the colors in here. Again, it reminds me quite a bit of Neon Dynasty, so I am very partial to that. Also included, you will have the stamped card. In this one, we have Haidsgu and Kari, a legendary creature, ogre, demon, dragon. This is stamped for 2023, of course. It is a flyer. When he enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards and then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. When he dies, exile the top card of your library. Target opponent loses life equal to its mana value. So similar to Yuriko. If an instant or sorcery card, you may cast it without paying its mana cost in a 5/4. So really cool legendary creature card here. And the color in here is amazing. So that is pretty fancy and fun. There's also going to be an arena token card in here to give you an arena code that will get you 6 March of the Machine packs through arena. In addition, you have 6 draft booster packs that come in the pre-release kit. So we will get those open because I am sure you all are just as eager to see what these packs contain and all the great contents within them. So I would love to know which cards you all hope to open in your packs for March of the Machine, or if there are any of particular interest or value to you. And I'll go through here towards the end of the video, going through some of the cards that are anticipated to be some of the key value cards. So we will start with our Phyrexian token artifact. This should be double-sided, and we'll also have an incubator token on the back, so it will transform. And we will start with Afara's Dispersal, common instant. Serpent Blade Assailant, our creature elf warrior, also common. Final Flourish, common instant. Shatter the Source, also an instant. Negate, and it shows a Johnny in there as a cat, so that's always a fun graphic to open. Swordsworn Cavalier, our human knight with first strike. Trailblazing Historian, human shaman. Attentive Skywarden, Phyrexian core. Our Phyrexian Censor, a wizard. Our Scrappy Bruiser, our raccoon warrior. Paws out, ready to go. Merciless Repurposing. Order of the Mirror, human knight. And we do have our battle card. This one is the Invasion of Fiora. When Invasion of Fiora enters the battlefield, choose one or both. Destroy all legendary creatures or destroy all non-legendary creatures with 4. And on the flip side, this will then transform to Marchesa, Resolute Monarch, legendary human noble. That is a rare. And our uncommon in the special graphics are Human Knight, Pride of Femerf. And last, our land, it will be a dual land, Scoured Barrens. All right, pack 1, on to the next. Oh, this is such a pretty card. We have the Iridescent Blade Master, our elf warrior. Beautiful card. Love that. Also, a fan of the next card. This is going to be a great pack. Bladed Battle Fan artifact equipment. So it just looks very Neon Dynasty in there. So that is definitely a favorite. Followed by Burning Sun's Fury. Temporal Cleansing. Blighted Burgeoning, our enchantment aura. We do also have an Infected Defector, Phyrexian Knight. Thrashing Frontliner. Converter Beast. Streetwise Negotiator, our cat citizen. So a favorite there, just simply because it's a cat, of course. Our Scorn Blade Berserker, human creature. Seraph of New Capenna, our angel soldier. Our battle this time, the Invasion of Vurin. When Invasion of Vurin enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, then discard a card. Toughness of 4. And then on the flip side, we have the Overloaded Mage Ring. And you can sacrifice this to copy a target spell that you control. Here is our rare, our Chrome Host Seed Shark, our Phyrexian shark with flying, so water and air. This pack offered us both a rare and a mythic. I knew that once it had a cat and all the great things that it started with, it had to be just a super pack. So we have Azuri, Claw of Progress, our Phyrexian elf warrior. Whenever a creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you get an experience counter. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, put X +1/+1 counters on another target creature you control, where X is the number of experience counters you have, and it enters the battlefield 3/3 with a 2 green and blue. And we have our standard basic land for an island. And then there's a blank token card. So, great pack number 2, a rare and a mythic, some cats, and just some cool art cards. So, very fun. Our pack number 3, so almost halfway through, we have our Phyrexian token, followed on the other side by the incubator. We have another iridescent Blade Master, pretty art. Deadly Derision, instant. Beamtown Beat Stick, our artifact equipment. So a fancy, fun colored beat stick looking sword. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has menace. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player or battle, create a treasure token. So a fun card here. And Moment of Truth. This is a card that I've just wanted simply because I thought it looked really neat. The feathers flying and just really interesting, fun looking art. So look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of those cards into your hand, one into your graveyard, and one at the bottom of your library. So all kinds of fun card shenanigans with blue. Cosmic Hunger. Chomping Kavu. Another Swordsworn Cavalier, Human Knight. Our Gloomfang Mauler, Nightmare, 5/5. Kami of Whispered Hopes. Of course, I like this because of the Kamigawa reference. It's a creature spirit. If one or more 1/1 counters would be put on a permanent you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on that permanent instead. You can also tap it to add X mana of any one color, where X is Kami of Whispered Hope's power. Stormclaw Rager, our Ogre Warrior. Blight Threeper Thalid, or Fungus. Almost looks like a frog fungus. Ooh, I'm happy for this invasion of Eldraine. So I am looking specifically for the invasion of Ikoria, Eldraine, and Kamigawa. Those just happen to be 3 of my favorite planes and sets. The battle siege here: when Invasion of Eldraine enters the battlefield, target opponent draws 2 cards. Then on the flip side, we have a creature fairy. How fun. Prickle Furious and Flying. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 2 or fewer cards in hand, the Prickle Fairy deals 2 damage to them. Also, our rare in this pack is the Tribute to the World Tree. It's an enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card of its if its power is 3 or greater. Otherwise, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. So a fun rare here. Very neat artwork. And we have a double rare in this pack with an extended art. So this is Grayuda, Doom of Depths. It's a Demon Kraken. It's a companion. Starting your deck contains only cards with even mana values. Your starting deck contains only cards with even mana values. In parentheses, it says, if this card is your chosen companion, you may put it in your hand from outside the game for 3 colorless as a sorcery. When it enters the battlefield, each player mills 4 cards. Put a creature card with an even mana value from among the milled cards onto the battlefield under your control. This is a 6/6. So crazy artwork, some interesting mechanics, and just a lot going on with this card. And last but not least, we have our full art Mountain Land. So we are halfway through the pack of our pre-release, and hopefully you all are excited about the March of the Machines. I know I am, and would love to hear if you all are drafting and how your experience went with your local game stores this weekend. Okay, so we will start the 4th pack with a vampire creature. Then we also have Ruin's Resolve, our sorcery. Meeting of the Minds instant. Vengeant Earth, instant. Alabaster Host Sanctifier, Phyrexian Cleric. We have an Infected Defector again. We also have Vanquish the Weak, another instant. Render Inert, sorcery. Another Scrappy Bruiser. Another Order of the Mirror. This time we have another battle, Invasion of New Capenna. When Invasion of New Capenna enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice an artifact or creature. When you do, exile target artifact or creature an opponent controls. 1 white, 1 black. 4, and then on the flip side, the Holy Frazzle Cannon. So I know this has been a card that's been intriguing to a lot. It's an artifact equipment. Whenever equipped creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature and each other creature you control that shares a creature type with it. 1 colorless equip cost. So this is a hot card. This is definitely one of the ones on the high value list that I anticipate. So Wrenn and Realm Breaker Mythic, our legendary Planeswalker Wrenn. Lands you control have, if you tap, add 1 mana of any color. You can +1 it for up to 1 target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with vigilance, hexproof, and haste until your next turn. It is also still a land. Additionally, you can -2 to mill 3 cards. You may put a permanent card from among the milled cards into your hand. And a -7, you can get an emblem with, quote, you may play lands and cast permanent spells from your graveyard, end quote, 4. So that is 1 colorless, 2 green to get out on the battlefield, toughness of 4 starting. So that is an awesome pull, followed by a full art rare. Guys, this is just a really awesome pack, guys and gals. We have Karuga, the Marco Sage, a legendary creature that is a dinosaur hippo. How about that little mix here? This is also a companion, so your starting deck contains only cards with mana value 3 or greater and land cards. In parentheses, excuse me, if this card is your chosen companion, you may put it into your hand from outside the game for 3 colorless as a sorcery. Additionally, when Karuga enters the battlefield, draw a card for each other permanent you control with mana value 3 or greater. It is a 5/4, 3 colorless with blue or green. That is just a very interesting card all the way around, from the art to all the things that it can do. So fun gameplay here. And then our foil, this I believe is our first foil in all of the packs, if I'm not mistaken. We have a Wildwood Escort. It is a creature elf warrior riding in on a beautiful fox. Very cool card. And for our land, we have a dual land blue-red Swiftwater Cliffs. So the packs seem to be getting a little bit more exciting as we continue to go through the unboxing another blank token. So we have 2 more packs to go, and very, very exciting. So a couple of the cards just to be on the lookout for as you are opening packs, or some that you may be looking for yourself, include the Jin-Kataxis, Vorinclex, Sheldred, of course, Urabrask, the Rim and Railbreaker, which we have already opened, Elish Norn, and some of the serialized Praetors as well. First, in this second to last pack, we have a Preening Champion of Bird Knight. Pretty cool card here. We have a Crystal Carapace, our Enchantment Aura. Flitting Gorilla. It's a Fairy Rogue creature in black. Searing Barb, sorcery. Aphara's Dispersal, instant. Scroll Shift, another instant. Futuritive Analyst, our Human Wizard. Attentive Sky Warden. Followed by a Ravenous Sailback, a creature dinosaur. Lots of fun color in here. Nice green. Our Glistening Deluge, sorcery. Fearless Scald, Dwarf Berserker, creature. Our battle card will be the Invasion of Belanon. When the invasion enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 white and blue knight creature token with vigilance, 5 defense, And on the back side, we have the War Anthem enchantment that allows creatures you control to get a +1/+1. Fun little elephant on the back. And our rare in this pack, also the art cards will have a border that is specific to that particular creature's plane. This is Araya, or Iara, Widow of the Realm. This is, I believe, the special art card and the special border for this, the Elf Noble legendary creature. When you tap this card, you can sacrifice another creature or artifact. The Widow of the Realm will deal X damage to target opponent or battle, and you gain X life, where X is the sacrifice permanent's mana value. Also, for 5 colorless and 1 Phyrexian land, or Phyrexian mana, transform, activate only as a sorcery, a 3/3. Very nice. This is also followed by a special art, uncommon Zeta Hedron Grinder, legendary creature, Goblin Ally. And we have a basic island. And we also have our token Vampire with lifelink, and nothing on the back side of that token. All right, so our last pack of the pre-release, I've got to just believe that it's going to have lots of great cards, just something awesome to open. So hopefully we will be pleasantly surprised with the great cards in store. So Phyrexian token, followed by the incubator on the flip side, since those do transform. And we have the failed conversion, enchantment aura, the Mirian Bane Splitter, artifact equipment, the temporal cleansing. Oh, I was hoping for this card, not because it's anything of significant value, but Fertilid's Favor. It's an instant. It has a funny, just fun green insect on it. Not a fan of live insects, but on the cards that are fun and cute. How about it? All right, target player searches their library for a basic land card, puts it into the battlefield tap, then shuffles, put 2 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target artifact or creature. We also have another Bladed Battle Fan. We have an artifact equipment, Thrashing Frontliner, Phyrexian Vashino, Converter Beast, Change the Equation instant, Sand Stalker Malark, our lizard. Then we have our uncommon Seraphith of New Capenna, our Angel Soldier, which we have received in a previous pack. And then we have the Invasion of Moag. When the invasion enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 on each creature you control, with 5 defense here. And on the back side, Bloom Wielder Dryads. Ward 2, at the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Our mythic, I knew this pack would have to have something good. It does have a mythic, our Monastery Mentor, creature human monk. It has prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white monk creature token with prowess, 2/2. Fun white mythic. And we also have an extended art card for Rada Coalition Warlord, our uncommon elf warrior. And that will almost conclude the pack as we look at the final land card, dual land white blue, Tranquil Cove. Thank you all so much for opening the March of the Machine pre-release pack with me. I wish you all the best in drafting or anything that you do in Magic. I do hope for those of you that are eagerly awaiting the March of the Machine to play or just collect the cards, I hope you all find all the fun things and all the great cards that you want in your packs. Please leave comments below and what you're opening, what you hope to gain from it, and I look forward to opening future packs with you.
涙の色